Hey, MARR Army. So the recap of Rockfest 2015 keeps getting better and better. I've got Matt Burke, the drummer from the band Emergent out of Minneapolis, on the line to tell us all about it. Matt, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you.
So, hey, man, I was new to your band when I went out to Rockfest, and I caught both of your sets, and it's pretty cool that you had two sets, and I ran over and bought the CD. So give folks a little bit of the history of your band who may not be familiar yet with Emergent.
Emergent. Well, Emergent is the brainchild of a couple of dudes sitting around going, what would happen if we had came in a band? And my buddy and I just kind of went and kicked around the idea of like, hey man, like you guys want to do a side project? Because, you know, there's 5 guys in 5 different bands. And one thing led to another. We wrote the song Erode the very first day we were practiced together. And we were like, all right, we're on to something pretty cool here. And you know, about a year after that, which is like 3-4 years ago, we decided to make it the full-time gig, and here we are. We've had a lot of really good success and excellent exposure. Our second show in town, we played with Chevelle at Sold Out First Ave, which is like the most iconic rock club in the Twin Cities, and it's been awesome from there. Pretty much. I mean,
yeah,
that's what happened.
So give folks a little bit of the lowdown on Rockfest, man. You got to play not once, but twice. You played the big stage and you played the side stage. So tell folks a little bit about how you landed on Rockfest and what the experience was like.
Yeah, well, the short version of it, in 2013, we entered a battle of the bands called Rockzilla, and out of, you know, hundreds of bands, we won first place. And we won, $10 grand cash, a bunch of gear and tattoos and endorsements and this and that, and it was incredible. Well, one of the things that was supposed to happen was we were supposed to play Rockfest 2014, but the connection at Rockfest no longer was a part of it, so we just they're like, you know, sorry, we can't do it. This guy, and his name is slipping me right now, but he kind of was like, you know, that sucks. He's like, you guys deserve a shot at this, so he just called us and was like, you know, I got a spot open on main stage. I want to offer it to you. Of course, we were like, absolutely, like whatever, whenever. And then he asked us, he's like, you know, I think the side stage, he's like, that's a great little tent. He's like, a lot of people like to hang out there and like look at upcoming bands, and you want to do that as well? So we said, absolutely. So we played the main stage, which was just incredible. I mean, it was nuts. We've played big stages before, but nothing like that. And then 6 hours later, we headed on over to the little one, and we played the other stage. And it was an incredible experience.
Yeah, that is a spacious stage they erect up there at Rockfest. You know, we're an East Coast operation here, but we make the trip out for that festival every year. Now, have you had the chance to attend Rockfest before playing it?
No, I haven't. I've known of it. I'm from Detroit. So when I moved out to Minnesota, I had no idea of these festivals or anything like that, and I just, you know, I knew people who would go, but it was kind of like, it's like, well, let's do the VIP thing, let's not, and then we could never get people to decide, like, what they wanted to do, and it never ended up happening, but, I mean, to see it the way I saw it for the first time was incredible.
Now, did you get a chance to hang out and watch the other bands? I know you had to go up and play another set. Did you get a chance to kick back and enjoy any of the other bands? And if so, who did you like?
Absolutely. Well, we got done with the first one. I missed King. I wanted to watch them because they've been getting a lot of radio support out here, and I've heard them on satellite radio. I missed them because of loading out, and then we were doing press afterwards.
Yeah.
But other than that, I saw every band on the main stage. Got to watch them from different vantage points than just out in the main crowd. You know, being that we played, we had a little bit more special privilege, and that was cool. I mean, All That Remains, we've played with them a couple times before. Those guys are always awesome, and I've actually played with Avenged Sevenfold 2 times before in a different band in 2010, and watching those guys is just, I mean, like, they are what a rock band is. Like, you just look at it and go, yep, cool, you guys have got $25,000 in pyro on stage. That's incredible. But I mean, but aside from them, I mean, the side stage, they're Cold Kingdom. We watched Cold Kingdom. They're friends from ours from out of town here. They're absolutely incredible. They played for 12 hours on the one of the other side stages, And then Fifth Hour played on the same side stage we played on, and those guys are incredible. We're good buddies with them. But Screaming for Silence out of Omaha, that's a band I would definitely recommend people should start becoming aware of them. They won the Ernie Ball National Battle of the Bands this year. Those guys are awesome, and I'm glad to say I'm now buddies with those dudes. So, I mean, just a lot of really cool music.
As luck would have it, other guests from the show this evening are actually them from Screaming for Silence and Fifth Hour are going to be sharing the show tonight with you as we recap it. So some good choices there from you, man.
Awesome.
Hey, so let's talk about some of your music now. There's two songs in particular I just want to ask about. One, I was watching a music video to Let It Fade. So tell me a little bit about that song.
Yeah, Let It Fade. Now, I can't really speak wholeheartedly to what our vocalist Aaron is speaking about, but I know that Aaron is a 7-year recovering alcoholic, and he pulls a lot of stuff from. He's very personal. He doesn't just write, "Hey, we're a rock band, like party, rock and roll this." He is very, very personal. Like, he is. I compare him to like Jonathan Davis, as far as like he doesn't have a filter to what he'll talk about. So Let It Fade came about. That was like one of the third or fourth song that we did. And the music video, we had a production crew come out. We played that show at Fine Line, and then they brought out like 5 cameras, filmed the whole thing, and just, it turned out, like a week later, they sent us over a draft of it, and then we saw it. We're like, dude, let's make this the official video. Like, forget it. Let's drop this. So we did that. That got us a lot of, there's a lot of cameos in it, you could say. We had a lot of our friends who were in bands. Like I said, some of the Cold Kingdom guys are in there. The Fifth Hour dudes are in there. So they all shared it, and people liked it. And now whenever we play that song live, there's a call and response at the end of it. And people are nuts. They love it. So it's a fun song to play live.
Yeah, it was one of the ones I was drawn to, and another one of my favorites was Out of the Gray on the album as well. Is that another fan favorite?
100%. That personally, that is my favorite song off the album. I think something like that is the biggest chorus. People like it because like we try to do like, I don't want to say like what Seven Dust does, but Seven Dust will like subtly change their songs like 3 times throughout the song. So the first verse will be different than the second and the third, whatever. So we do that, and the second verse of that one, we just hit people with like a breakdown. But while we're rocking out, our singer, Aaron, he's just clean singing on top of this thing. And people love it. When we do shows, like that's like a big hit song. Like we played with Wayne Static, last year. And there's some footage of that online, and we just had a massive, like the whole floor was going nuts. So people dig it, and the harmonies are huge, the hooks are there, and we actually sometimes on the album, as you know, it ends with a piano track. With Danny, from the singer from Cold Kingdom, she actually did that for us. So sometimes we'll bring that in, we'll play it live, and people get a kick out. They're like, "Oh man, you actually like played it the way it is on the album." So yeah, it's a good one.
Hey, so you guys play with a lot of cool bands, and I look at as I'm looking at your Facebook right now, you got a really cool show coming up. It looks like September 12th. I just had Patrick from Arson City on the show like last week, and another Minneapolis band, Via. So that looks like a pretty cool show you guys got coming up September 12th.
Yeah, we just announced that yesterday or last night, 24 hours ago. We announced that. Obviously, we haven't. How do I word this? At this stage of the game, we've kind of figured out, like, all right, as much fun as it is to play, like, every single weekend, it's not good business. So we made the decision the end of last year, we're going to play 4 shows in town next year. And that's, like, tops. We've done 1, I think 2 already. So then this will be our 3rd one. We haven't played in town in, like, months. That wasn't a national show, like, our own show, so we're going to push this real hard. We bring out thousands of dollars in production, lights, cryo, the whole kit and caboodle. We want to give you a $45 ticket show for $15.
Yeah, man, that looks like a great deal for that show. And you got you guys in Cold Kingdom and Via and Arson City, who I love, and Arms for Elephants. That looks really wild, man. I'm excited for you guys. Now, hey, and when I was reading your bio, so is there another album like kind of off in the works, just about to come out soon?
Yeah, well, we as we talk, I am at the studio right now. We got pre-production cranking. We've got about 6 full songs written and ready to go. We actually played 2 of them at Rockfest. We're like, you know what? On the side stage, we're like, guys, we have these 2 new songs. We've now, our tuning went from B to now it's in drop A. And we're like, there's some heavier stuff, like, and we played it, and it was an explosive response. And to be able to, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking, like, cause you write these songs, and you're like, everyone, we had such a huge splash with the first album, we're like, alright, cool, we had our whole lives to write the first album. Like, now we have to write this follow-up. And, we played these 2 songs, and afterwards, like, people, like, friends, girlfriends, wives who haven't even seen the stuff, and just people around the stages and the stage managers were like, whatever those 2 songs were, holy, that's what's up. Like, you guys need to do that. So, yeah, but we're planning on a, spring release, planning on the point where we've already, we've got some dates penciled in, but, I can't tell you those yet.
Oh, that's all good, man. But I'm really excited to hear what you come out with. And I was very excited to see you guys for the first time. Your band we're going to be playing a whole lot and paying a whole lot more attention to here on the Marmy Rock Show. And what a great way to round out Rockfest, man, talking to you guys and Screaming for Silence and Sit There, man. It was great seeing all you guys. And Matt, man, thank you for taking time out of the studio. I'm going to let you get back to it because I know that's expensive time there. But I appreciate you taking time out to talk to us.
Hey, you know what? No, the pleasure's mine. I mean, thank you for just spreading the word. For myself, and Emergent, and all these other great bands. It's really cool that people are starting to get back into finding those bands. Like, who knows who's going to be the next thing? But I appreciate it. Thank you very much.